Hi, this is Parthapatim Sinha. I am legal intern in Lexis and Company. Today I will be talking about a topic called cyber terrorism. Cyber terrorism is the premeditated, politically motivated attack against information, computer system, computer programs, and data, which results in violation against non-combatant targets by subnational groups of clandestine agents. Why do they use cyber attacks? Cyber attacks prefer using the cyber attack methods because of many advantages for it. It is cheaper than traditional methods. The action is very difficult to be tracked. They can hide their personalities and location. There are no physical barriers or checkpoints to cross. They can do remotely from anywhere in the world. And now to say about some forms of cyber terrorism. First one, privacy violation. The law of privacy is the recognition of the individual right to be let alone and to have his personal space inviolate. The right to privacy as an independent and distinctive concept originated in the field of tort law, under which a new cause of action for damages resulting from unlawful invasion of privacy was recognized. Now to say about second forms of cyberterrorism, that is secret information appropriation and data theft. The information technology can be misused for appropriating the valuable government secrets and data of private individuals and the government. A computer network owned by the government may contain valuable information concerning defense and other top secrets, which the government will not wish to share otherwise. Now, third forms of cyberterrorism: demolition of e-governance base. The aim of e-governance is to make the interaction of the citizen with the government offices hassle-free and to share information in a free and transparent manner. It further makes the right to information a meaningful reality. In a democracy, people govern themselves and they cannot govern themselves properly unless they are aware of social, political, etc. Now to say about fourth forms of cyberterrorism: distributed denial of service attack. The cyber terrorist may also use the method of distributed denial of services to overburden the government and its agencies. Electronic basis. This is made possible by first infecting several unprotected computers by way of virus attacks, and then take control of them. Once control is obtained, they can be manipulated from any locality by the terrorist. These infected computers are then made to send the information or demand in such a large number that the server of the victim collapses. Now to say fifth form of cyberterrorism. The danger of cyberterrorism. Generally, John Gordon, the White House Homeland Security Advisor, speaking at the RSA Security Conference in San Francisco, 2004, indicate that whether someone detonates a bomb that causes bodily harm to innocent people or hacked into a web-based IT system in a way that could, for instance, take a power grid offline and result in blackout. The result is ostensibly the same. He also stated that the potential for a terrorist cyber attack is real. Cyber terrorists can destroy the economy of the country by attacking the critical infrastructure in the big towns, such as electric power, water supply. So that's all. So that's all my topic is all about cyber terrorism. Thank you.